Hey mama, first off, I just want to say congratulations because if you purchased this postnatal program, then that means that you have a brand new baby, and that's so exciting. So I actually know exactly what you're going through because currently I am 6 weeks postpartum from my third child. So I created this program with going through all of this with you. And I just have a couple of tips that I wanted to share with you before you actually start your program. So the first tip is how to check to see if you have ab separation and how bad it is. This is very important because you're going to know what phase you're going to want to start with depending on the severity of your ab separation. So how you check is you're just going to lie down on your back. You're going to put 2 fingers above your belly button vertical to see how far up to measure, and then you're going to turn those fingers horizontal to measure how wide the gap is. Now when I first came home from the hospital, I had a 4-finger gap. That's how wide my gap was. It was pretty bad. But now, 6 weeks postpartum, it's only at a 2 fingers, which is normal, healthy. You can bring it even more together, but that's totally normal at this point. So that's how you check to see how bad your ab separation is. Now, everybody's abs will separate when they get pregnant because the baby's coming through. So that's totally normal for your abs to separate. But what you want to avoid is doing ab exercises that are going to be too harsh, too fast, and it will actually pull your abs farther apart and create more damage. And that's where we start to see that bulge come out. That's what we're trying to avoid. So I'm going to let you decide what phase you want to start with, but I have 4 different phases in this postpartum program, and you can start with I suggest starting with phase 1 no matter what, because it's going to help you have the fundamentals to build on, and it'll help you so that you have those stabilizer core muscles, which are really hard to strengthen. So depending on how big your gap is where you're going to start with your phases. Now the reps and the sets are totally going to be up to you because everybody's going to be a little bit different. For me, I liked to do about 15 to 20 reps and about 2 to 3 sets depending on how I felt. The first time I started, I only did 1 set through and I could only do like 10 because I was so weak. So just listen to your own body and just see how it feels. And how you know if you need to progress through the phases is just if you're getting stronger. For me, I did it after 2 or 3 weeks in each phase, then I would move to the next one. So right now I'm on phase 3, and I just can feel my core getting stronger and stronger. When I start moving into planks, I don't see my abs coning out anymore in the middle. So I know that I'm getting ready for phase 4 because my abs are healing. So make sure that you're taking a mental note and you're self-evaluating that way. If you want to add those ab exercises to your calendar, you just click in the plans tab and then click on the plus sign, and that will add those workouts into your calendar. Another thing that you want to be aware of is everything that your body is going through as you start to work out again. So you just had a baby. So here's everything that you need to look out for. The first thing is that your body is producing so much progesterone right now. Do you know what that does? It actually loosens all of your ligaments and your joints. So that means that you can get injured very easily. You don't have a lot of support with those muscles. And you just have to be so careful. It's almost like your ligaments are a rubber band right now. If you're nursing, it's going to be like that for even longer because nursing makes your progesterone levels stay up as long as you're nursing. So be aware of that. Another thing is that you don't have a core right now. You have no core strength. So your lower back is going to hurt. It cannot be supported. So make sure that you're going slow, especially if you had an epidural. Sometimes they can puncture a nerve, or for me, my back is actually inflamed in my spine. I can feel it from the epidural and it still hurts. I'm 6 weeks postpartum, it still hurts. I can't do deadlifts yet. So just be aware of your back, be aware of where they put the epidural. Another thing is because you have so many muscle imbalances, everything's gonna feel off. You aren't gonna have a lot of balance or stability. So just be careful because your form can really suffer from that. You don't have a lot of upper back muscle. Your lower back isn't supported, so a lot of times your form is the first thing to go. So make sure that you're paying attention to your form as well. And then the last thing is just that you're weak. Like everything is atrophied. And so just start slow. Don't try to go crazy and grab these heavy weights right off the bat or go do CrossFit. Just listen to your body and go slow and give yourself grace, because it is going to take time, and your body just made a human and it's trying to get back together. Your hips are actually spread out farther than they're supposed to be right now, and so that actually makes your knees be out of alignment, and so your knees are going to hurt as well. So there's a lot of things going on, so you need to be patient, be careful, and start slow. The last thing that I wanted to talk about is your emotional health, because I feel like this is so important and so overlooked after you have a baby. With my first and second child, I had really bad baby blues, and it was really hard for me to feel like myself. And a lot of women go through that, and they might have postpartum depression. Your hormones are crazy, your body's out of whack. I remember looking in the mirror and just bawling because I was like, whose body am I in? This is so frustrating. My first workout, I just cried because I couldn't even do 5 push-ups, and I was used to being able to do 100 before I had my baby, and I just was starting all over again, and I felt like I was just in somebody else's body. And that is totally normal. I just want you to know that everybody goes through this. It's normal to be frustrated. It's normal to be discouraged. But one thing that's really helped me this time around with my third baby is just sending my body love, because your body just created this miracle and you have this beautiful baby. And as frustrating as it is, I totally get it, not feeling like yourself. You're gonna have so much more of a positive experience and a positive journey if you are sending your body love. If you're just having a lot of gratitude for what your body just did, and that it's healing, and that it's trying so hard to come back together. And even in the mornings, I just sit there and I send myself love. And I think right now, where you're already sleep deprived and probably stressed out, and you have other little kids to look out for, that the last thing you need is to beat yourself up. And you just give it what you can. Just put into it what you can. It's okay if you miss a workout. It's okay if you didn't hit your macros. It's okay if you start out and you're so weak that you pick up 2-pound dumbbells. I don't care. All I care about is that you are giving it your all, and that you are able to just send yourself love and just give yourself grace. And I'm so excited for you to start this program. So hopefully this helps. I'm so excited to start this journey with you, and you are going to rock it.